Okay, so the plan, you know, like, so I have a whole like plan for how I want to do this, but I'm not really sure where I should start. But maybe I will start with um, the apartments. Okay, so because that's like one thing we have like actually completely decided on the job. I feel like maybe I want to do it when I have everything all done. I basically have the job already. I'm just trying to decide. There's like two of them that I think I'm in between right now. So we'll talk about that later. But first, let's talk about the place. Okay, so I decided, I don't know when exactly I decided. I think like at the beginning, I don't know. But either way, like in August, I already knew like for sure I'm going to be moving to California um, by the end of the year. I mean, by the end of the school year, in the summer sometime. By the end of my lease. My lease is up August 2nd. So I decided, you know, by August 2nd, I'm going to be in California, 100%. And I was like, okay. So, in December was winter break, and I took a trip and went to California. And it was just for about like 4 or 5-ish days or whatever. And while I was there, like at the beginning, I was there with my friend, and then like I went and stayed with some family. But initially, because we stayed in, oh gosh, I don't even remember, maybe Pasadena? I don't remember where that hotel was at, but I don't remember. But one thing we did do was drive around downtown a lot. And I just remember when I left the airport, because I've been to California before, like this time when I went in December, and like it was cool and stuff, but I was never there like with the intentions of ever living there. So, you know, I never was like scouting stuff out. But this time when I went, I was trying to be intentional about trying to find areas that I liked. So while we were driving around, I wasn't driving, literally, I was in the passenger seat. So while I was sitting in the passenger seat, I was looking around as we drove downtown, and I was writing all my notes, and I'll show y'all my list. Look at my list. Let me put me over on the side. Look at this list on my notes, and it just has like random places. Like I would find little streets. And one thing you gotta know, especially when you're moving to LA from like not from outside of California, is that almost like every other street is different. There's like different, the houses look different, the comfortability is different per street. I mean, literally, you be on this street, 2 seconds, you on this street, and you like, I don't know about this street. So that's what I was getting a lot of downtown, and I was just kind of like, I'm not sure about this area. So then like when I had rented a car, I ended up driving around. I know a lot of YouTubers live in Glendale, and there's actually a vegan restaurant over there. That's why I ended up all the way in Glendale. And I liked it. It's very suburban, and I'm from the suburbs, so I feel comfortable in the suburbs. So that's what I was kind of going for, more open area and cleaner, because that downtown, I'm just telling you, it just wasn't what I was used to. And I was like, you know, I'm willing to live further away and be more comfortable and just drive to the city for work and stuff than to live in the city and not be happy. So again, my list, as I was looking, I was like, okay, these are areas I like. I like Glendora, which is close to Glendale, West Covina and Covina. And I have family in the West Covina area and stuff, and so that's what pushed me more towards that area around San Dimas and stuff. So that's where I started to decide my focus on. So I definitely recommend going there and seeing these areas for yourself, because it's definitely easy to see them on the website and the little virtual tours and see on the inside and even the street view. But I'm telling you, this street might be cool, but the next street, you be like, hold on, whose town am I in now? So definitely recommend. It is definitely worth it to pay for that ticket to go before and just scout it out and feel it for yourself, because gosh, who wants to live in a place where they're not comfortable? Not me. So that is how I decided on the area. With that list, help with my list. I'm telling you, I'm a list girl. So then decided on that, and so limited the search area to West Covina area. And that led to this first list that's like 3 pages, right? This page, and this page. And this was just a basic, like, I didn't do too much research when I first did it. I kind of just like searched and saw a few pictures and was like, okay, oh, I like this, or this is kind of cool, blah, blah, blah. You know, didn't do too much digging into any of it. I was just trying to get some written down, and I had seen, actually, I even went on a tour of an apartment while I was there, and it was nice. And yes, of course, California is more expensive, but that place, I mean, no, because right now I don't have that YouTuber cash flow to be in a penthouse just paying it by myself. Okay, no, I just graduated college. I'm looking for a nice little job, make me a few little stacks, you know what I'm saying? Till the other checks start coming in. But yeah, so I'm not trying to go over budget on the place, because I have other important things to be doing than spending $5,800 on a place, so no. So, but I did go on a place while I was there, and it was so nice. And one thing he did tell me is that in that area, because most of the places I was thinking that I was gonna work are going to be in the city. So I was asking him, the guy who gave me the tour, so nice and everything. I was like, so how long is the average commute? I'm thinking working in LA. So I was like, he's like, yeah, most people who live in this building also work in LA, and the commute is about 40 minutes to an hour. That's average time. I was like, okay, whatever. Just means I need to get a car. So I'm also working on that. Okay, it's a lot, I know, but yes. So the place kind of reminded me of how like college apartments be, very much the same kind of structure, setup, hallways, and I was kind of going for more of a homey feel, more of like, I live here, this is my home, this isn't my temporary college space. So that was nice and expensive, but not it. So yes, we started with that long list, and then slowly started to go through it and reduced it to so I was probably more like 12, and then we did a serious cut down like last month, I think. So right now it is June 6th, and that day, not last month, was it in May? Possibly in May, because I guess I was done with school and stuff, but we decided, okay, we need to cut our list down significantly. I said, let's just at least get it halfway, just 6 places, so we're not, scrambling through 12. So we re-looked at the places and took notes, made sure to put detailed notes, because, and I noticed a lot of apartments over there, some of them don't come with appliances. Like, some of the places wanted you to bring a fridge. Who bring a fridge? So I'm like, no, this is not a house. I'm not about to invest in buying a whole refrigerator for an apartment. So, having a list of priorities and like discussing with, if you're gonna have a roommate, her name is Lydia. Check out her channel. But yes, so having a list of like your priorities. And one thing for me that I hate is not having an in-unit washer and dryer. Okay, I really, really don't like that. And currently at my apartment, that's the same dilemma. I don't have an in-unit washer or dryer, so instead of washing, anyways, I'm a little but I never ended up using that washer thing over there, but it's not going to be convenient because I'm not going to have my family next to me to be able to just take my clothes home and wash them and come back, do the same thing over and over again. So that's just a sacrifice. Some things you're just going to have to sacrifice. So like that was on the list, and definitely appliances, because like I said, who bring a fridge? Right. Okay. So that was important to us. And then, of course, pricing. We're trying to get the best deal, okay? Especially because of relocating. Like, that's going to cost a lot of money. And what else? And then we also kind of wanted it to be like a fair divide of like what's there, of like the rooms and stuff. So so we had the first 6, and then we started like calling and having the virtual tour. So they have the quote virtual tour where you be clicking through, dragging your mouse. Oh, now you in the bedroom, now you in the kitchen, now you in the living room, that thing. But the thing is, you look at that and then you look at the pictures on the website, and then stuff don't be adding up, and I be confused. I'm like, no, because I thought the bedroom was gonna look like the pictures. Now I'm walking through here and it just don't add up. So those things are not helpful to me. And especially when you're in another state and like it's not convenient for you to be going back and forth to try to tour these different places, it can be difficult. But one thing Rona did do for us was help with the virtual tour stuff. So they got so much better with that. And the first place we did the virtual tour, she did it on WhatsApp, so that we could do it as a group. Me, Lydia, and the property manager or whatever. And it was so nice. She was so sweet and was just helping us. And like, so she took her phone and recorded everything from the office as she walked. And she wasn't recording it. We were on, it was like FaceTime, the video thing, video chat on WhatsApp. And so yeah, she took us around and took us to the exact apartment that like if we signed the lease we would get. And so we saw the whole place, and it was very, very nice. Just loved it. And that virtual tour was so helpful. So I really hope they keep that around, because it's just nice. Like, it's just convenient, guys. That virtual clicking thing and the pictures on the website don't be adding up. So definitely the video calls are so nice, greatly appreciated, love them. So then, what was it? Last week we sat down again and said, because it's June, and one thing is, like, especially after like graduating, I felt like I needed some time to like relax and stuff. And this has like been a weird time because I've been home for like 3 months because we stopped going to like face-to-face classes in March, and it's now June, right? So it's like April, May, June. Like, you've been home for 3 months. Like, is that not enough relaxing? But April and May were like so hectic for me with March, April, and May was so hectic with all of my schoolwork. I mean, that online classes stuff was ridiculous. The amount of work that they was trying to give people, I almost passed. I said, if I wasn't graduating this year, I don't know how I would have the motivation in me to finish these classes, because it was ridiculous. Like, it was so much work. So there was definitely not a lot of time going into anything else besides school. And so like I told you guys, my lease is up in August. So I was like, I just want to move sometime in the summer between now and August. And I never had set a date or anything. And then I was realizing how unproductive that is, because it wasn't giving me any fire on my ass. I wasn't feeling like, I need to hurry up and get anything done. I was more like, I just need to eventually, because eventually, and it's like, there's no more eventually. I need to have my plan. I love this little planner. Got it from TJ Maxx, actually. It's $9.99, actually. Got the sticker on there. I should take that off. But so I like, it was at the end of May. I opened my planner. I said no, especially because stuff being at home for too long. I was like, I'm just ready to go. And I just love this little planner. It has cute little quotes in it, like not just on the bright colored pages, but yes, this is a plug. I'm selling you guys this planner, but I'm telling you, lists and planners are everything to me. So one of this is, leave a little kindness wherever you go, like these little quotes like this. So that one is just, whatever. So at the end of May, I was like, what, I need to decide on a day. And I was like, what, June. So here we are. Flip to the month of Junio here. Sorry, my nails aren't done. Kind of chipped and broke. And it says, you must be trained to see it. Okay, and this is the first quote. This is what made me decide it has to be June. This quote, good things come to those who hustle. And I said, June, are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me something? So, then the quote says, it's all about finding the calm in the chaos. Next quote, embrace the journey. Next quote, follow your heart. Next quote, everything begins with an idea. So June was really talking to the last week of June. She believed she could, so she did. And let me tell you, I don't know how many times this quote comes up in life for me. Like, I just see it everywhere. I mean, even in this lady's office that I used to go to in school, like, that was a quote on her wall. I'm telling you, June was talking to me. So I said, I'm going to set a date. And I just opened my calendar in the month of June, and I said, the end of this month, I'm going to be moving. So I circled this date, put it right here, moving. June 27th, circled it, pop, I'll be moving to California June 27th. So that put some fire on my butt. So we limited our list down again. And I just want you to not be able to see it back there. So here it is again. And I just don't want you to see all these names. Okay. But here is what I do. The list. And so I have like the price. So with everything that's been going on, money's been a little tough to come by a little bit, but not really, actually. Money's kind of been flowing. That is one thing Rona did for me the money that came from school. And sorry, I'm always doing this when I'm making videos. I be sitting by the window, stuff be going on outside, and I be, hold on, what's going on? So anywho, what was I saying? Stuff been going on with Rona, and Rona did help me out, giving me a little cash, because I haven't been working since I got out of school, so I was like, I just need to continue saving, and I'll show you exactly how much I have saved and my budget and everything in the making my budget list. And I kind of made my budget yesterday too, so but that also goes with my job, and I think I pretty much already decided on a job, and that's why I made the budget. But so I'm gonna go through exactly how I divided every single dollar that I'll be spending, go through all that. But anyways, so because I have been benefiting, but like Lydia hasn't been working she hadn't been working at the job she used to work at, so we just wanted to get the best bang for our buck, right? So one thing that they've been doing lately was like, some of them have been doing 1 month rent free and like this such and such discount, blah blah blah. And so one of the places that we were looking at, they give you a month free of rent, and like so then we called them and we did another virtual tour, and we're actually going to call them again to do it again, like right after we submit our application. And so you have to have proof of income before you get to place, and in California you have to have 2 times the price of rent, but it's combined. So for both people living in the place, as long as together you make 2 times whatever the base price of rent is, then you'll get approved. So we have to have proof of income. That's why the job hunt became serious, even though it was kind of serious before. But also the thing with graduating seniors, some places want you to wait until you have your diploma, your degree, before you start applying. So that's what kind of also helped. Anyway, back to the place. So yes, we limited it down again, and this list only has 4, and the other one, the one at the bottom, didn't really count, so it was like really down to 3 maybe. So when we looked at the first place on the list, called them, and she was so sweet and said, hey, do you guys want to do the virtual tour today? We can do, and some places are doing it on Instagram actually, so, and you could do the group call on Instagram as well. So that's exactly what we did. Me, Lydia, and Priscilla, so sweet, that's her name, got on there, and Priscilla showed us, from the office to the pool to the exact unit. She showed us 2 different units actually, a townhouse and the flat, and so we were trying to decide between the townhouse and the flat, and we decided to go with the flat because it has like more kitchen cabinets and more space. Not really, it's like 200 square feet less, but it's worth it. I feel like we feel like we liked it more. It comes with a fridge, but it doesn't have an in-unit washer dryer. So the sacrifice, but the price of rent is $2,095 a month, and we're gonna have to pay the $800 deposit, and it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it comes with 1 month free of rent. So basically how that's gonna work is next week when we finish filling out our application and everything, the holding fee and everything is going to be $580 total, like for both of us, and then that $580 is going to be subtracted from the $800 deposit, so we'll owe $300, or really 220, right? 220 plus 580 is 800. Yeah, because 5 plus 3 is 8, so That should be right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Whatever. Um, so yes, so we called them, loved it, and then we called the next place on the list, and like all they had was that little virtual tour online, and we asked her if she could do a tour to show us like how everyone else had been doing. The lady, first off, when she answered the phone, she was already kind of sounding rude, and then I was like, well, you know, could you elaborate on, do you guys have any specials right now that you guys are doing? Ask for specials, guys. Ask for specials. If you don't ask, you might not get it. So I asked her, she's talking about, if you move in before June 15th, you get half off the rent. But that's it. You still have to pay the $700 deposit. But you had to move in by the 15th. And like, today's the 6th. That's no. It's a no. It just wasn't gonna work. It just, the 15th, no, it just wasn't. So basically we had cut her out already because she was just annoying already. Off just the phone call. It was a no. It was a no for me. And then the last place we didn't even go to. We just said, Priscilla, this is the one for us. You know, like you just know and you just feel comfortable, and especially like moving to a whole nother state, you know, you would at least want to be at home. You know, you don't want to be feeling uncomfortable and stuff, and like just want to have a good relationship with your leasing manager just in case things go, you know, sideways, or you know, not to say that they're gonna go sideways, but just to know that, you know, you guys have a good working relationship. But if someone answers the phone and they off bat already trying to sound like, it's like, girl, who you think want to rent from you and you acting like you, what kind of customer service, honey? No, like, get it together, please. So we decided on the place. And by the middle of next week, probably on Wednesday, we're gonna pay the deposit and everything, because I should have my job offer, and that's all she'll need, like, because you actually need like months of pay stubs, but since we're like relocating, she said just like the job offer with like the price, with the what is it, salary offer or whatever. So just as long as it shows that I'll be able to afford the place. So I am looking forward to that. That is how we came to find our apartment. I can't wait to show you guys moving in. No one told me I was gonna need to be this strong. No one told me. Okay. Gosh, my back is hurting off of that. Even my legs though, y'all. No one told me. Seriously, no, like, for real though. And how it looks when we get there, and decorating and everything. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, so that's how we decided on our apartment. But yeah, I'm telling you, lists will really help you. Definitely at least go and see the area you want to live in at least once before you move in. I beg, do it. It'll really help you. I'm serious. So at least go and see the area once. 2, list. You know, look at all of your options, you know, and also the area around just like the specific apartment, and see, you know, if you don't have a job, make sure you're at least in a good walking distance to the metro, because if you don't have a car or house you can get around, and you don't want to be a 20-minute walk from the metro, because, or a bus, like how are you gonna, you know, like running late to work, gotta run to 20 minutes away to get on your bus or something, and then wait for the bus to take you. So like, plan accordingly. And really take your time to, speak to the people who live there, look at the reviews. We also had a different place on our list, and I almost wrote it on our shorter, condensed list until I looked it up, and it was talking about there was a murder in that facility. The gates don't lock. I'm telling you, so really read the reviews because you don't want to get screwed all the way over there, especially if your family's all the way over here and you moving all the way over there. It's like, hey, you better, planning will save your life. Yes, and so, trying to get the most bang for your buck. Like, even if you have all this money saved up, why just waste it, especially if, like, you don't, on unnecessary, like, you don't really like this I don't know, but, just getting the most bang for your buck. If I had, I don't know, I guess if I had enough to live by myself, maybe I would do it. That's my plan anyway. I got plans, yeah. What does she do? She's got plans, and you better make them. Use your planner. Don't be afraid to set hard dates. So just like that hard date when I circled on there, first it was just arbitrary. Circle that thing, and when you decide an apartment, you have to make a date. Like, you can't just tell them, oh, I'll be moving in this range of time. No, you have to tell them a date so they can get ready to charge you. So that is definitely motivation, just so you don't, lollygag around. And budgeting. Budget how much money you're going to have to spend. Plan for putting a lot of money down at one time, like I said. So we have to, when we move, we're going to have to pay for first the fee to hold the place. Then we're gonna have to finish the rest of the deposit to complete the whole $800, and we're going to have to pay the because we're moving on the 27th. We'll still have to pay like 4 days. 4 days of rent for the month of June, which they're going to, I forgot that word that they do when they do that thing when you move in the middle of a month. But yes, so we won't be paying the full month of June. But then we also have to pay like the whole month of July rent all at one time. So planning for that, because besides paying for that, we'll also need a bed, sheets, a couch. So it's definitely going to cost a lot of upfront money. So making sure you get the most bang for your buck, like I said, okay? Like I said, I'm just saying, do what you please, though. Do what you please, though. It's all on you, baby. But, yes. So the next time you see me, I probably won't have all this makeup on. But I'll still be cute because, you know me. But the next time you join me, we will be going over the job, baby. I am so excited to announce my job too, because it's so exciting, like, and especially like in this time when people will be saying, a bachelor's degree isn't even worth it, blah, blah, blah. I am telling you, well, anyways, in the jobs that I've been looking at, bachelor's degree, definitely worth it. A master's, even more worth it, because the amount of money and like the difference in a job that says a bachelor's degree required than the ones that say, a high school diploma or an associate's required, it's like a huge difference in the amount of pay that they're willing to give you. And a lot of times, even if they don't say education required, they will say like, okay, 5 years of experience. And then they'll say in the next bullet, or education plus experience to match the amount of time. Because, some of us have been in school for the past 22 years of our lives, so haven't had the most time to build up all of those experiences. So I'll talk about that with the job stuff. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about. And this is going to be a fun little series. So if you are interested in moving, not just to California, but just moving out of state in general, or even just moving in state, I mean, yeah, maybe it'll be like the visiting the area and stuff, I guess, is more applicable to people moving far away. But even still, anywhere you're moving to, it's very good to plan in advance. So like my dad always says, prior planning prevents poor performance. You don't want to get there and be surprised when, you have to pay an additional this, when you realize your couch getting delivered is going to be this extra, blah, 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 but you didn't plan for that, so you didn't save that money, and instead you ate out for the past 3 weeks, and now you don't have that extra $200 to help you with that fee. So I'm telling you, planning, just stay with me. Just stick with me. Listen to my little tips and tricks, because I'm telling you, I got a few, and I would love to share them with you. So yeah, I hope that was very helpful, and hoping you find your place, and I hope you find your place. And let me know how it goes for you. Tell me if you guys have any comments or any further questions. Because if there's like a lot of extra questions, then I could just make a follow-up video, or I could just wait for like the whole series and then the follow-up questions for all of the videos. But I'll definitely try to answer your questions in the comments below right here. So make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, you hit that little bell, and hopefully it'll actually work and give you a notification when I post a video for this series. And if you'd like to watch my other YouTube videos and see what I got going on in my regular life, in my little regular life, you can watch some of my college vlogs, you can watch my hair videos, just catch up with me. I like to have a little fun, and I enjoy this platform and sharing my information with you. So I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoy talking about it. Yeah, so that's this video. Hope it wasn't too boring. But I mean, it's information. If you needed to know, then I'm sure you didn't fall asleep. Love you. Catch you on the next video. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I'm Thembi. Nice to meet you. Catch you on my next.